Hi everyone, this is Jack from Piano Gallery, and this is our first online virtual class, I guess is what it would be. So welcome. It's good to see you. I've missed seeing you in class, and it feels like it's been forever, hasn't it, since we've been quarantined? And I hope that you're all happy, healthy, and safe, and most importantly, I hope you're practicing, right? This is a good time to practice because what else have we got to do, right? But I thought, boy, you must be getting bored practicing the same old song. So I've got here today a brand new song that I want to share with you that is not in your book. And I will include below the video, there will be a little link that you can click on to pull up a copy of this music that I'm going to give to you. And we're going to go over that here in just a second. In true form, I guess we should do announcements first. And just wanted you to know that we don't have a definitive time as far as when classes will start, but we want to start them just as soon as possible. So as soon as it's safe, then we'll keep you posted when we're open, and I'll send you out a message so that you'll know when to come back to classes. And meanwhile, though, we'll get you through with a song, and we'll get you through with a joke. So I figure that's what we do in classes, right? It should have a joke for you. So it says, an old cowboy walks into a barber shop for a shave and a haircut. He tells the barber he can't get all of his whiskers off because his cheeks are wrinkled from age. So the barber gets a little wooden ball from a cup on the shelf and tells the old cowboy to put it inside his mouth, inside his cheek, to spread out the skin. When he's finished, the old cowboy tells the barber that was the cleanest shave I had in years, but he wanted to know what would have happened if he accidentally had swallowed the little ball. Well, the barber replied, "Oh, no problem. Just bring it back in a couple of days like everyone else does." Oh, right? That's kind of gross, but anyway, let's get on with today's song today. So we're going to do, the song is called Kumbaya. So you know this, and again, there'll be a copy of the song below this video so that you can go ahead and print out a copy or play it if you would like. And let me point out a couple of things before I begin to play. At the beginning of the song, you'll see Kumbaya, and then I have a note with the number. You'll recall that that's the speed. So if you have a metronome or a drum that you can play along with in the background, then you want to set your speed about 90. I have up here on the left-hand side, upper left, that I recommend maybe starting the song playing it on the piano instrument. And some of you just have piano, so you'll play the entire thing maybe just on piano. But if you have a digital keyboard or a Lowrey or something else, over here, before we repeat this song, I would like you to switch to the organ, jazz organ sound. So, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Also, if you do have an instrument that has rhythms in the background, right up here I have, if you want to select a rhythm, the one that you would select would be called smooth. Okay, so far so good. All right, also at the beginning of the song, you'll notice that I've printed here some fingering. So remember, our thumb is 1, and then we're gonna go up and use finger 2, which is our index, and then we'll go here to finger 4, and then over here, obviously, to finger 5. So we're gonna spread out, and basically what we're doing is finger 1 and 2, we're going to put here, but we're skipping a finger on D. So you should not have a finger on D when you play today's song, except for later on. But at the beginning here, none of that. By the way, any of this stuff, information from the video, you can go ahead and pause and rewind and rewatch and go through again if you would like to. So further on down, if you have an instrument that does a fill-in, then feel free to go ahead and press that button here, and you'll notice that I've highlighted those all in orange. You'll also know that if I'm going to use the fill button, it's always during one of these things here called a tie. Now you'll remember just before we stopped coming to classes that we learned that a tie means I press the first note and I continue to hold it, the combined value of both of these notes. So this note is worth 4 and then this one is worth 2. That means I'm going to hold this note down for a total of 6 by the time that I'm done. So 4 here, and then the first 2 beats of this measure, and then I'll continue on with the last 2 beats of this measure. So total of 6. And I do not repress the note when I get here. I just keep my finger held down during a tied note. So same thing right below. This one I'm going to hold for 4 and an additional 2. I do not repress the note. I just press it for the combined value of both amounts. So again, another one down here. I've got, oh, this time's a little different. 2 counts here. tied over to another 2 counts. So I've got a total of 4 counts there. Yeah? Pay attention to some of the fingering as well. Like right here in this song, I've got the finger 1 in parentheses, and that just means that your 1 finger was on C, but you're going to move it and play D for this particular note. Then when you're done playing D over here, you'll go ahead and go back to the 1 finger on C and repeat, Kumbaya, my Lord, and continue on from there. Okay, now something new this week. When we get to the top of this, on the second line right here at the end, do you see this dark line with a smaller line? And most importantly, the 2 little dots. I'm going to come in real close to see if you can see that. That right there you can see I've written is called a repeat sign. Now, rather than have this page or this song be 4 pages long, rather, it's only going to be 2 pages because of this repeat sign. So what they've done is they've given you 2 dots right here, and they're instructing you to repeat back to these 2 dots over here. Now notice at this section that there are 2 notes, Kumbaya, and then they're going to have you repeat the music, everything to the right of the 2 dots over here at the beginning. So, over here at the end, Kumbaya, and then you go here, Ya, my Lord, right? You wouldn't want to go at the end, Kumbaya, and then go to the very beginning and do it again, Kumbaya, right? You don't want Kumbaya, Kumbaya, right? We just want to go right from here into the repeat. So when you do a repeat like this, you only repeat the music in between the 2 dots. Notice the 2 dots on the end are to the left of, and then over here are 2 dots to the right of. So you'll only repeat the music in between there. So let's say this is the first time I'm playing over here. I'm going to play the top line just like normal. I'm going to come to the second line. As soon as I bump into these 2 dots right here, that's when I'll immediately go back pretty much to the beginning, but not these 2 notes. I'll go right here and then continue on. So I'll have Kumbaya, repeat to here, Ya, my Lord, Kumbaya, like this. Yeah, does that make sense? Okay. Now the part that's really new is going to be right here. In the music, if you can read that, it used to say 1 through 5. I've crossed that out and just put 1. And then right below it, it used to say 6 down here, and I've crossed it out to say 2. What that meant was when there's 1 through 5, the first 5 times you play it, you would play through to here. But the 6th time, they would want you to go here. Now, I think playing this song 6 times through is a little much, don't you? And so I think you should just play the whole first page and the second page through to there, and then repeat back to the repeat sign. So here, so I'll play everything there. Now, when it's the second time, you've already done this ending right here. Can you see the little line that goes up, over, and down? We're going to call that the first ending, and I'm going to play that the first time through. Now, the second time I've come through to this part, I'll play this part, but I won't play this first ending. I'm going to pretend like that's not there, and from here, I'm going to go right down to the bottom, and I'll finish the song. So they call this section first ending, right through there. And then notice down here I've put a 2, and there's a little line that goes up, over, and down. And we call that part the second ending. So first ending, and I do that the first time through and repeat. The second time that I come through and play this song, I'm going to play to here, skip the first ending, and go right down here to the second ending. And then this is where I'll finish the song. This looks an awful lot like a repeat sign, but can you see the difference? This is called a double bar line. This is called a repeat sign. The double bar line naturally has the 2 dots, and the reverse. The repeat sign has 2 dots, and then the double bar line has no 2 dots, right? So that just tells you this is the end of the song. So that's what that is. Now, some of you in your instrument, remember you have the fill button where you can do a fill in. And some of you also have an ending button. I'll show you that here in just a minute. But for now, if you don't have those, like if you have a piano, then just ignore all these little orange highlights and also the pink ones. Those won't matter so much to you. So, okay, with that said, should we hear how it sounds? I think we shall, right? So if you would, come on over here with me, and we're going to go ahead and take a listen to it on the piano. So Hope I'm not making you sick here. I'm just gonna set this kind of far back so that you can see me playing the piano, and we're gonna tilt it down.